Namaste students. In this video, we are solving problems related to AC principles and EMI, that is electromagnetic induction. So the first problem is relation between RMS and peak voltage. This is a small MCQ question. RMS is nothing but the root mean square and peak is maximum voltage. We can observe this sinusoidal wave in which the applied voltage is continuously varying. When it is varying, it can have one maximum voltage or the highest voltage, that we call it as a peak voltage. But it will give the same effect as a DC voltage, or it will produce the heat which is equal to the DC. So that we consider as RMS. So basically RMS value is always less than peak value, and the mathematical formula for RMS is VRMS is equal to Vm by root 2. Now instead of root 2, they have given here is 1.414. Root 2 is equal to 1.414. So you no need to confuse here. So direct formula VRMS is equal to Vm by root 2. It is always less than the maximum voltage. So answer is Vm by root 2, that is Vm by 1.414. Now the second question, if we see, if number of turns per unit length of a coil of solenoid double, now what happens to its self-inductance? Now this is based on the self-inductance formula. We already derived, and you all know that self-inductance L is equal to mu naught, that is permeability of free space, and number of turns per unit length into the length of the coil and area of cross section. So this is the formula we used for the self-inductance. Now what happened in this question? The number of turns per unit length of a coil doubled. Now when you, let us say this is L1, so L2, the number of turns per unit length, that is n, small n, is doubled. So in the place of n, I substituted 2n, then it is square. L is length, A is area. Now what happens, we will see. Mu naught into 4n square LA. Now let us take 4 outside and keep it common. Then mu naught n square LA. Now observe carefully. In the first case, we have mu naught n square LA. Here 4 times of mu naught n square LA. Or indirectly, we can write this is 4 times of L1. Now observe the option. When the number of turns per unit length is doubled, is it remaining constant? Is it doubled? Is it half? Is it becoming 4 times? So very clearly we can see the inductance is becoming 4 times. Now here, a pair of adjacent coils. So we have 2 coils and a mutual inductance of 1.5 Henry. They have mutual inductance of 1.5 Henry. Okay. If the current in one coil changes from 0 to 20 ampere, minimum 0, maximum is 20. And how much time it has taken? 0.5 second. So what is the change of flux linkage with the other coil? Now you see here there are 2 coils we have, primary and secondary we can consider. This is one coil and another coil. Okay. Now when this is happening, you have to remember mutual inductance. So that is induced EMF is equal to inductance or inducing the magnetic flux in another coil. So that is minus M. It depends on rate of change of current, minus M into di by dt. This is one formula. But general formula of inducing EMF is E is equal to minus d phi b by dt. That is rate of change of magnetic flux. Okay. Now if I write this as equation 1, equation 2, both related to EMF only left hand side, then M into di by dt equal to d phi b by dt. Now here we have to find change of flux, that is d phi b, of course. So directly I can write d phi b can be written as, okay, so d phi b by using above relation m into di. di is nothing but rate of change of current and m is the coefficient of mutual inductance. So in this case that is 1.5 and rate of change is how much? It is initially 0, then it is becoming 20, 20 minus 0. So 20 into 1.5. So this can be written as 30 Webers. SI unit of magnetic flux Weber. So 30 Webers is the right answer. The next question, in a coil, when current changes from 10 ampere to 2 ampere in 0.1 second, induced EMF is 3.28. Then what is the self-inductance of the coil? Here, using again Faraday's law, induced EMF equal to minus L into di by dt. di by dt is nothing but rate of change of current. E is induced EMF, L is the self-inductance. Now we have to find that self-inductance. Now to find out that self-inductance, we can substitute induced EMF is 3.28 and minus L we are finding di. It is changing from 10 ampere to 2 ampere. So final current 2, initial current 10. And how much time it has taken? It is taking dt is 0.1 second. Now indirectly this 0.1, if I multiply this side, we can write as 328 into 1 into 10 power minus 3, because this is minus 2 minus 1 and 2 minus 10 is minus 8, minus into minus plus 8L, so that is 8L. Now L is equal to 328 into 10 power minus 3 by 8. Now 8 4s are, 8 1s are, so approximately by looking at the option 41 into 10 power minus 3, which can be written as 0.041123. So 04. This is the right option. Now this is a question based on your LCR series circuit. Condition of resonating series LCR circuit. In resonance, inductive reactance is equal to capacitive reactance. We have this formula also. XL is equal to XC. The speciality of this resonance circuit is it always offers less opposition or the maximum current will be there. So direct formula XL is equal to XC. This is the condition for resonating series circuit. Now one more question we have here. In a series LCR circuit, the resonating frequency is 800 Hz. Now the half power points are obtained at frequency 745 and 855 Hz. Now what is the bandwidth of the circuit? Now whenever we have such type of questions, 800 is the resonating frequency. You see here, resonating frequency is 800 Hertz, and before resonating frequency we have lower cutoff frequencies 745 Hertz. Then after resonating frequency we have higher cutoff frequency, that is 855 Hertz. Now if we represent this on the graph, this will be like this. This is my resonating frequency, you can see here, and we have two other points. These are the half power points and this is the maximum amplitude. This is FR and this is FL and this is FH. Remember, bandwidth is nothing but the difference between upper or higher and lower with respect to our resonating frequency. Now, if I substitute in this formula, bandwidth is equal to FH minus FL, which is equal to 855 minus 745. That is equal to 110 hertz. We use these resonating circuits in our radio and TV transmissions. So 110 hertz is the right answer. Here we have using the resonant frequency of a series LCR with 2 Henry, 32 microfarad and 10 ohm. Find the Q value of the circuit. Here Q is nothing but quality factor. To find out, first we have to use the formula for resonating frequency. We know the resonating angular frequency formula omega r is equal to 1 by root LC. Let us substitute in this 1 by root L is inductor. Inductor is 2 and C is capacitor, that is 32 microfarad. Micro is nothing but 10 power minus 6. Now 32 into 2, 1 by root of 64 into 10 power minus 6, which is nothing but 1 by 8 into 10, 1 by 8 into 10 power 3 minus 3, that is 1 by 8 into 10 power minus 3, which we can write as 1000 by 8, because minus 3 when we take to the numerator it will become 1000. 1000 by 8 if we write, then 8 1s are 8, then remainder we have 2, then 8 2s are 16, 4, then 8 5s are, which is equal to 125 radian per second. This is the angular frequency. Now how can we find the Q value? Quality factor formula we have resonating angular frequency into L by R. Use this formula. Resonating angular frequency is 125, inductance is 2 and resistance given in this is 10, which is equal to 125 into 250 whole divided by 10. 0, 0 get cancelled, then 25. Quality factor is 25. It's a factor, it's a ratio. So this is the right answer. Like this, we can solve several problems concept based. Next level we will be discussing in our coming videos. Thank you.